Really love these new Rode microphones, by the way. This 2-channel Bluetooth system is incredible. All right, here we go. What's up, everyone? Kinetic Coach Dan here, and today we're going to cover a new tool by Gripzilla. Gripzilla, if you've been paying attention to me for a while, is a great grip training tool product company, and they have all kinds of different grippers and different tools for helping you to develop that really great forearm strength and all of that sort of tactile development that we need to have stronger fingers, hands, wrists, elbows, and ultimately that's going to communicate to the rest of our kinetic chain up to the shoulder. Your hands are one of the most important aspects of your entire life experience, and we also know that your grip relates to your long-term health, right? How long are you going to live is often related to how strong your grip is, and that's usually related to how active you are. So this right here is the Gripzilla Tornado. It's a sort of multifaceted twisting device that allows you to internally rotate, ulnar deviate, external rotation, right? Flexion, extension, all these different movements that you can get with your shoulders, elbows, even your scapula gets involved in this motion, and that's why I really like it. It's really dynamic. So let's jump into the Gripzilla Tornado here. So right out of the gate here, you see we've got achieve steel bending strength, rehab and avoid injuries, and gain power from fingers to shoulders, which obviously is something that we can all benefit from in one way or another. I know a lot of people who have issues just opening water bottles, especially if they have carpal tunnel or any kind of arthritis, any of those issues that involve limiting the function of your hands. Once you lose hand function, it's a really big deal, especially in elderly populations. So with some of my clients who are up there in their years, we use stuff like this to help them develop much more functionality in their hands and maintain a lot of that functionality over time. So let's jump right into the box. Oh, gotta love that. Make hands strong again. We can all agree with that political statement. So here we go. Looks like we have a couple of different pods here. Looks like we have the two separate sides of the device, and let's get right into that real quick. This is just one side. You gotta love that Gripzilla has these really high quality metals that they work with, and you can see it's just this great knurling, this fantastic brushed steel, and looks like this is what's gonna attach to help create that resistance. So let's see what we have to do here to make that happen. Okay, so we have both sides here. Let's get that going. And I presume that these pads are going to be involved in the process of making this resistance a little bit more modular. And this appears to be where we're going to adjust the quote-unquote weight of this. So I'm thinking we're gonna have to drop these guys in. Probably gonna have to attach these. Let's screw up, just dropped it. All right, there we go. Get that locked in. Okay, I think we'll probably, nope, that's not gonna work. Let's try that again, huh? There's always a little bit of figuring out that goes into working with some of these products. There we go. That makes a lot more sense. Okay. We're going to now screw that in. Again, my guess is that there's going to be some kind of adjusting that goes on here to create more of that resistance. And I'm going to, those look like those are probably some kind of replacements. So we'll see what happens there. Okay, let's put that here, put that here, and we'll go ahead and just screw these both in about as tight as I think we need to. That alone right there, you guys, this is the action we're talking about, right? Flexion and extension of the wrist, right? Using the fingers, right, to be involved in that process. This is, like I said, a big deal from a functionality perspective for a lot of different people. Let's get these guys tightened up. Already you can see there's some of that joystick type of motion that's going on there, all right? I can already tell I'm gonna really enjoy working with I'm gonna call this the Gripnado. I know they call it the Tornado, but I wanna call it the Gripnado, so that's what I'm gonna call it. But I really like the idea of this already. It's really, really solid structurally, and I like how well that flows. That's really smooth. And the fact that we can very easily work that flexion extension, we're sort of revving that motor, right? If we back off some of that resistance, right, using this dial here, then we can actually even get some of these sort of light fingertip-based twisting motions. You know me, guys, it's all about the sort of adjustability, the deployability, the versatility of a given product. It has to have the ability to cater to a lot of different people for a lot of different reasons, and just about everybody I know has to do some kind of development with their hands, and that's going to involve not just working just the hand and fingers in an isolated environment, but also working that in conjunction with what our shoulders do to hold our posture in place, and how our hands and our grip are going to communicate again with the rest of that kinetic chain and tell us what we need to be doing while certain movements are occurring. When it comes to something like arm wrestling, for instance, right, you're going to hold that sort of flexion position and you're actually torquing even more with your body. This has to stay strong enough to stay stable so you can use your whole body. That's how that interacts. But when we're talking about more fine-tuning type stuff, like twisting with your fingertips, the modularity here is what becomes really important. Now, with this being really, really light resistance, and it's a little bit squeaky, I could probably lubricate this just a little bit, but now I can work on opening bottle tops, right? I can work on developing just that very basic functional strength that anybody and everybody can use. And so this is gonna become my new favorite overall grip training tool for sure with clients, because we can work all the basic stuff that you want to work. It's very deployable. It's not taking up a ton of space in my gym bag or in the gym itself. Very easy to work with. I can easily adjust that resistance to exactly where I want it, and I get a ton of functionality out of this. So this is the Gripzilla Tornado. I'm calling it the Gripnado just because I think that's fun. But make sure to go ahead and check out Gripzilla on Instagram. Go to gripzilla.com. Use discount code Kinetic to order their various grippers and the different grip training devices that they have for attachments on barbells, like their arm wrestling grips that they have for attachments. And now the Tornado is available. So make sure to go ahead and grab this thing up. This is a fantastic tool for training your fingers, hands, wrists, elbows, and shoulders as a unit, as part of an entire training program. This thing could be an absolute game changer. Thanks a lot for watching, y'all. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to smash that subscribe button. Go ahead and comment, share with your friends about this. Learn more about my programs at livekinetically.com. We'll see you next time, y'all, and see you in the gym. Live kinetically.